This is the book of Matthew 7 and 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because strait is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give our praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to the faithful elect. This is your brother Ahmad Bayan coming to you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Alright, another lesson, Israel. Alright, broad or narrow, which way are you going to choose? Because as we read in the book of Matthew 7 here and 13, it talks about the broad way leading to destruction, which a lot of our people are heading that direction. Alright, let me zoom in a little bit. So this is the broad way, and you see the destruction on the left. But when you look at the straight part, the narrow part, it leads into a more pleasant place, the kingdom. Alright, but you know the kingdom was going to be, the new kingdom is going to be on this earth, this very same earth. Alright, verse 14 it says here, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life. Alright, leadeth unto life, unto everlasting life. And that is what we're heading for. This is what we're looking for. This is what we're seeking. The elect of Israel is the ones who seeking this everlasting life. Alright, starting with the 144,000 men. Alright, it says, which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Alright, only few going to find this. Alright, because when we stay in the book of Matthew here, alright, Matthew 22 and verse 14, it says here, for many are called, but few are chosen. And you realize it in the red letter. This is Yahushai speaking. Who the world is ignorantly called Jesus Christ. His name is Yahushai. He delivers, he saves. Alright. So as he says here, for many are called, but few are chosen. So it's only few of Israel is going to be saved in that time. And that time is coming up very soon. Alright, because only one at a time could pass on that narrow stretch. Alright, only one at a time. And we will get into that just now. Let's get the book of Proverbs, chapter 4 and verse 25. It says, let thy eyes look right on, and let thy eyes look right on, and let thy eyelids look straight before thee. Alright, so we're supposed to always keep the Lord in our mind. Alright, every morning, every evening, every night, we have to keep the Lord in our mind. We have to keep thinking about the Lord. Alright, at all times, in order to keep, to keep that faith, to keep you in that straight path. You have to keep the Lord on your mind at all times. Alright, you can't stray to the left, you can't stray to the right. Alright, because you're on a narrow path. So your eyelids and your eyes have to be on that prize, and that prize is where? In the kingdom. Alright. Let's go back in the book of Matthew. I'm gonna check something out here. This is the book of Matthew 6 and 33. Yeah, what shall I speaking here again? Alright. It says here, but seek ye first the kingdom of power and his righteousness. Alright, and this is what we're seeking. This is what we have to seek in this time. We seek the Lord first. We seek the kingdom of heaven. Alright, and his righteousness. And by doing that, we get that wisdom. We get that understanding. Alright, to guide us. To be saved. Alright, to everlasting life. It says here, and all these things shall be added unto you. Alright, so everything that your heart desire, alright, in the kingdom, you're going to get your portion, you're going to have your share. Alright, you're going to have your share, Lord willing. Because in this time of life that we're living in, this kingdom that we're living in right now, which is Esau Edom kingdom / queendom, alright, which is the so-called white man, the top banking families, the Rockefellers and whatnot. Alright, they are the ones who rule in this earth today. Alright. So we are not to give in to these worldly ways, these worldly behaviors. Alright. All these things that is in the world are vain. That's why when they talk about the broad way, it leaded to destruction. So by you following the broad way, where you seeing everyone heading down that direction, it's actually leading you to destroy you. But if you follow the narrow path, where one man alone could pass at a time, that is the path is going to lead you to everlasting life. Alright? You're going to be led to everlasting life that way. I really hope this lesson is edifying and all you understand what I'm speaking about. Let's get our next scripture. Alright, this is the book of Psalms 111 and 35. It says, make me to go in the path of thy commandments, for therein do I delight. Incline my heart, and that means your mind, right? So once you see the word heart, you're talking about your mind. Alright? Incline my heart unto thy testimonies, and not to covetousness. Alright, let's look up the word of that. Alright, I did look it up already. Alright, I have it here. It says eager or excessive desire, especially for wealth or possessions. And this is how Esau Edom, the so-called white man, have our people today. The so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, and the ones that are scattered on the four corners of the earth that look like the other nations. Alright? Esau gave our people all these different devices, all these different social media and whatnot, to basically blind our people, to keep them in that, to keep that veil over their eyes, so they will not see the wickedness that they are doing. Alright? And when I say the wickedness they are doing, I'm talking about Esau Edom, because this devil, he works in darkness, he works behind closed doors. Alright? What he do, he give you things to distract you. He give you sitcoms to watch, he give you movies to watch, and he hide all his answers right in these movies. right under your nose. Alright? But you have to be in this truth, and you have to have that spiritual mind. Alright? That third eye, what they just call it, have to open for you to see the wickedness that this devil is doing, for you to turn away from it and to turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Alright? Verse 37, it says, turn away my eyes from beholding vanity, and quicken thou me in thy way. Alright? So this prayer going into that, alright? To take away that veil off your eyes. Alright? From seeing, from not seeing what is actually happening. Alright? Because the whole thing about it, you want to turn back, you need to turn back to the Lord. Alright? But the ones who will turn back is only the elect of Israel. That is the only ones that will turn back at this moment. Because the Lord is only dealing with his remnant, that remnant. And that remnant is a very small remnant. In the days of Noah, that remnant was only 8 people. This time is 1/3 of Israel. And 2/3 of Israel is going to be cut off. Alright? They're going to be reborn in the kingdom through the loins of the elect. Alright? Because this devil, you know, he trying really hard to keep our people in that dead state of mind. Alright? And which he's doing a very excellent job. Because our people, you know, they are foolish. They are such as children. You know, they stiff-necked. They don't want to learn the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. They don't want to come back to the righteous ways. They want to continue in the wicked ways. And he so have them that way. But when you come out of that way, you have to keep praying that the Lord keep you in that right path, that narrow road. Alright? Because you don't want to leave. Because that road might be bumpy. It might have obstacles you might have to go through and whatnot. But at the ending of all, it's going to lead to everlasting life. Alright? And it takes faith to go through that road. Alright? Let's get the book of let's get the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, which is the so-called white man, the top banking families, you know, the deceiver, alright, the slanderer, because that's what devil means, slanderer, deceiver, alright. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Alright? And this is what he's doing. Alright? He's trying to, you know, get Jake to follow him with his technology and whatnot. But what the scriptures say, that's roughly paraphrasing. You know, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. Alright? We are not ignorant of his devices. So he so could come as much as he wants. The elect is not going to be deceived. Alright? But the time is speeding up. And the Lord is speeding up the time because of the elect's sake. Because if you don't speed up the time, he will come back and it will not have no more flesh to be saved. Alright? Because this devil is soon to come down with great wrath. So we have to keep on that narrow stretch. Because we are almost home. Right now we can see the light at the tunnel. Alright? We could see the light right now. And it's not long again until the Lord return. So we have to hold that faith. As the book of Matthew 6:22, it says the light of the body is the eye. See that? See how powerful that is? The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. So you keep your eye single. You're not focusing on Tom, Dick, and Harry. You're not focusing on the things of this world. You're not focusing on money. You're not focusing on vanity. All these things. Alright? You're not focusing on the new hair products and all these different things for you women and them. The new nails and all these things. Alright? You're not focusing on these things. Because in this time you have to be low. You have to be in that lowly spirit. So like yeah, that lowly way. Alright? But your spirit had to be strong in the Lord. Alright? You have to be like that. You don't want to be proud. Because what the scriptures say about pride and that proudness, pride goes before destruction and haughty spirit before a fall. So the more prideful you are, the higher you're going to be. But when that fall reach, you have a very good distance to fall. And by the time you hit that ground, it ain't gonna be nice. But if you be in a lower state, you're done close to the ground already, so you have too far to fall. Because you're done in a lower state. It's not going to affect you. So you have to be that way in order to seek the kingdom in righteousness, in meekness, in humbleness, and showing that faith. Alright? So this walk is a very important walk for us. And we have to keep on that path. Because it's a dangerous walk, as I mentioned earlier. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 4. It says, But put the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? Verse 6. There is also another thing, a city is built and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The things to attract you, to lead you to destruction. Alright? Verse 7. It says, The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. Alright? So as you see here in the picture, you mightn't see the water and the thing whatnot, you're seeing green grass, but picture a very narrow stretch where only one person could pass at a time. Alright? And on one side, on the right side, it has fire. So if you fall on the right, if you lean too much to the right, you will fall. You could get burned. If you lean too much to the left, you could fall in the deep water and drown. Alright, so the journey to the kingdom of heaven, the journey to the Lord is a dangerous path, yes. Alright? But at the end of it all, you're going to get that everlasting life. And that is something very beautiful for us to keep in mind. All right, we'll see it. It says, and one only part between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. So only one man at once could be able to pass on this righteous path that we're in. All right, that's why the scriptures say, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, because your salvation, your walk, is you and the Lord. The Lord is there with you. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is with you on that walk. That's why you have to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. Shalom.